Hi, hey class. It's Thursday, April 2nd. So today, this is our last video of this week. So this is your last chance to get in the drawing for that free pizza. We will not have a video on Friday. Today we're going to read another biography. And you're going to first read, we're going to first read to understand what the text is about. We're going to think about the title of the text, think about what we know about the text before we get started, what predictions can we make, and then we're going to read again to figure out what the main idea and the key details are. So stay tuned, trek along with me, and I am so proud of y'all for watching. So the title of our text is Cesar Chavez. So when you were in 4th grade, you should have learned a little bit about Cesar Chavez. So I want to see what you guys already know about him. So think about what you already know about him. Maybe you don't know anything about him. That's fine. We're going to learn about him now. But if you already know who he is, just think about what you already know about him. Along with me as I read. So Cesar Estrada Chavez was an important labor leader. He fought for the rights of migrant farm workers in the United States. Chavez knew firsthand of the many hardships farm workers faced. When Chavez was a young boy, his family lost their farm during the Great Depression. The Chavez family became migrant workers, toiling side by side for long hours in the fields. At night, they slept in a tent or outside. Like other migrant workers, they moved from farm to farm, following the harvest seasons of the vineyards and fruit orchards in California. In 1962, Chavez and co-founder Dolores Huerta created the National Farm Workers Association, NFWA, to fight for La Causa, the cause. By organizing farm workers into a union, Chavez hoped to increase their wages. He also hoped to improve working conditions and safety for farm workers. Chavez strongly believed that this cause could be achieved. In fact, his motto was, "Yes, it can be done." Chavez believed in bringing about change in nonviolent ways. He fasted or went without eating to bring attention to the poor treatment of farm workers. He organized strikes and marches. He also organized boycotts, which urged people to stop buying certain products. Two of Chavez's most effective boycotts were against grapes and lettuce. When people stopped buying grapes and lettuce, the boycotts put economic pressure on the growers. These boycotts also brought attention to the plight of migrant farm workers. Because of Chavez's dedicated efforts, migrant farm workers received better pay and working conditions. All right, now I want you guys to answer these 3 questions about the text we just read. So question number 1, who was Cesar Chavez? So based on what we just read, who was Cesar Chavez? 2, why did Chavez want to organize farm workers? And 3, how did Chavez try to bring about nonviolent change? So you can either go back and start the text from the beginning and track along with me as I read to answer these questions, or you can pause when I post the text and look for the answers on your own. So question number 1, who was Cesar Chavez? You should have said something along the lines of him being an important labor leader who fought for the rights of migrant farm workers in the United States. So as long as you said something along the lines of him being an important labor leader who grew up in a family of migrant workers and worked hard to improve the lives of farm workers, you are correct. Number 2, why did Chavez want to organize farm workers? You could have found that answer in paragraph 2. He wanted to increase their wages, which means he wanted them to be paid more. And he also wanted them to have better working conditions and safety. So he wanted them to be safer. So overall, as long as you said something along the lines of he wanted to get them to work together for higher pay and safer working conditions, you are correct for question number 2. Question number 3, how did Chavez try to bring about nonviolent change? So he believed in bringing nonviolent change. Okay, so he fasted He organized strikes, he organized marches, he organized boycotts. So as long as you say something along the lines of he fasted and organized strikes, marches, and boycotts, you are correct for question number 3. So that was our first read. Now we're going to answer some multiple choice questions about this text. So flip to the back. We're on page 29 now. Question number 1. Which statement is most important to include in a summary about the passage of Cesar Chavez? So which of these statements is most important to include in the summary? A, like other migrant workers, Chavez moved from farm to farm. Is this like something that's extremely important? That he moves from farm to farm? I don't really think so. I'm going to put an X. B, the Chavez family often slept in a tent or outdoors at night. Again, is that something that's like really important to this text? No, that's not what this is mostly about. All right, C, yes, it can be done was Chavez's motto. Well, I don't really think that's important enough to be in a summary. All right, D, Chavez brought about change in nonviolent ways. Yes, the whole text is about how he brought about change in nonviolent ways. So yes, that should be the most important things that I'm including in the summary. Who was Chavez? Who was Cesar Chavez? He was the man who brought about change in nonviolent ways. Question number 2, select the 2 sentences that should be included in a summary of paragraph 1. So before I can answer this question, the first thing I need to do is what? If you said reread paragraph 1, you are correct. So let's go back and reread paragraph 1. Cesar Estrada Chavez was an important labor leader. He fought for the rights of migrant farm workers in the United States. Chavez knew firsthand of the many hardships farm workers face. When Chavez was a young boy, his family lost their farm during the Great Depression. The Chavez family became migrant workers, toiling side by side for long hours in the fields. At night, they slept in a tent or outside. Like other migrant workers, they moved from farm to farm, following the harvest seasons of the vineyards and fruit orchards in California. So, which 2 sentences should be included in the summary of paragraph 1? A, Cesar Chavez was an important labor leader. Yeah, they talked about that. Let me put a question mark. That might be it. B, Chavez had a difficult childhood. Not really. C, as a boy, Chavez often slept inside a tent or outside. Okay, that might be true, but again, that's not telling me how. That's not telling me how he's an important labor leader. Okay. D, the Chavez family followed the harvest seasons in California. Again, that's not telling me how he was an important labor leader. E, Chavez fought for the rights of farm workers. Yeah, that's important. Or F, Chavez worked hard after his family lost their farm. Again, that's not telling me how he worked for other people's rights. So the best 2 answers are A, Chavez was an important labor leader, and E, Chavez fought for the rights of farm workers. And on that note, you know what time it is. It is challenge time for a chance to win a free pizza for you and your family. So, your challenge today is to answer question number 3 all on your own. Comment the answer below or on TikTok or on Instagram. So, I'm going to read question number 3 out loud to you all just in case you need me to. Question number 3, which is most important to put in a summary of how Chavez helped others? A, his family lost their farm. B, they moved from farm to farm. C, strongly believed that this cause could be achieved. Or D, migrant farm workers received better pay. Which of these quotes would be most important to put in a summary of how Chavez helped others? And that's it for the week. Thank you for following along with me. Thank you guys for tracking. Thank you guys for working so hard during this time. I miss y'all so much. I can't wait to see y'all. Keep working hard. Read a book when you get a chance. keep trying to read for 20 minutes every day. If you have a chance to get on iReady Reading and do some lessons, do that. I'm so proud of y'all. Also, if you have any friends that you know are not watching the video, but you want to share it with them and tell them about it, please, please, please share it. Call them, let them know that they could be learning with me during this time, and that they can also have an opportunity to win that free pizza for their family. Love y'all.